with my next guest, psychologist and author Wendy Walsh, live from CNN's Los Angeles bureau. The obvious question is, why did he do it? Why did he lie?
Oh, why did he lie? Well, he lied at the beginning, of course, just to cover his butt, because he panicked, as he said. But why did he have these relationships? Because he wasn't thinking. He wasn't thinking about his consequences. He was just acting like an animal.
Can I just remind, thank you, can I just remind our viewers, because I don't know, well, I am going to push this. I'm going to remind our viewers what Anthony Weiner said to my colleague Wolf Blitzer on the Situation Room 5 days ago. That's 5 days before he admitted to lying. This is what he said.
You didn't send that photo to that woman in Washington State? I
did not send it to that woman in Washington
But you're not 100% sure whether the photo is actually you?
What I am going to say is that we're doing everything we can to try to answer that question, but we're doing an investigation. But I just want to caution you that, photographs can be doctors, photographs can be manipulated, can be taken from one place and put in another. And so, and I want to make it clear. This is, in my view, not a federal case. In my view, this is not an international conspiracy. This is a hoax, and I think that people should treat it that way.
And lest we forget, Wendy, Bill Clinton also got himself into a bit of bother, didn't he, some years ago? Let's remind our viewers what Bill Clinton did.
I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false.
So they both lied, that we now know. And we've talked about it. You said they lie because they're covering their bottoms, as it were. But why did they take these risks to begin with?
I don't think they're thinking. We are in a kind of a new landscape. It's the wild, wild west of the internet, where there's no new sheriff in town except the media. And so what this means is it provides a lot of opportunity for people to titillate themselves with various online relationships. Did you notice that Anthony started to say the word relationship and then corrected himself and called it communications? But basically, they think that this is private. But remember, if you type anything on your keyboard, it's set in stone for the history of the universe, for the future of the universe's life. If not on the internet, then in somebody else's computer for them to haul it out at another time.
He's been married less than a year, Anthony Weiner, I'm alluded to here. What's the chances of his relationship, as opposed to his communication, surviving something like this?
Well, it really depends. I mean, certainly his wife's boss, Hillary Clinton, stuck with her man.
Yep.
And women, I think, I'm a big proponent of marriage and people getting through the bumps and working through stuff. But he's got to hit his rock bottom. He's got to deal with, show her remorse. He's got to change his behavior and make it consistent for a long time for it to grow into a healthy marriage.
I wonder what you thought of the psychology of the news event yesterday when his wife wasn't standing by her man, as it were. In the past, we've seen so many wives come out and stand by the men, only to file a huge divorce suit afterwards, of course.
Well, also, Tiger Woods' wife didn't either, and I think that makes a lot of sense. It's bad enough that he's hurt her and betrayed her, but why subject her to public shame and humiliation while all of us stare at her face while she's listening to his words? I think it's great. He should have to go that alone.
Wendy, I know you've got some fairly interesting insights into how women might contribute to these, let's call them nasty messes, shall we?
It's true. We have to remember that right now, sex is in high supply in at least the American culture, and I would venture so far as to say the European culture, too. And that's attributed to the rise of women. Women are making more money. They have more freedom. They don't need to withhold sex to get a guy to sign on the bottom line and marry them. As a result, there's a population of women that are willing to participate with these guys in their sexting and online relationships. But there's another piece. The cops, us. The women in the media have also power, so women are also functioning as cops. The poor guys can't win. Either way, forget it.
Time's up, chaps. Wendy, always a pleasure. Thank you very much indeed. Not out of the bureau tonight. I know you're out of LA for us, though, not our bureau.
That's
Wendy,
right.
Thank you.